Imagine name was like got a 31.
Alright, so 30 and 34. Use? And I should actually should roll for Blood Pie says he's actually here as well. That means he might smell this.
Smell.
Yeah. As in because where I put a perception race right here. Alright. Alright, nameless scrap. You sense is something burning outside.
Like outside the
Outside Emsel's tavern, yes.
from the direction I can smell, where's it most strongly? Is it in the front or back?
Right here in the front.
Alright.
All right,
I'm
so
I'm gonna
I
go out and investigate. I'm gonna look at Nameless and be like, I'm not crazy. Do you smell that?
yeah, something's not right.
I'm
Why
gonna
do
go.
I
I'm,
detect something
You
burning?
you did you did say that Dawn to say you look around and you see a couple of Flores mercenaries with fire arrows ready to burn Emsel's tavern to the ground.
All
wait,
right,
what
so
mercenaries?
a bunch of
Flores
marine.
mercenaries.
Okay,
What?
so question. Okay,
Some of them were away during that battle.
so
Uh,
basically they're so do they know we are aware of them?
Huh?
Do they know we are aware of them?
Yes, they do by now, since they're literally
all
looking
right.
at the front
So
door.
All right,
so
so
I'm gonna look at Nameless and I'm gonna look back real quick and I'm just gonna turn on my little um earpiece on open frequency so everyone can hear this. So I'm just gonna walk up, be like, gentlemen, why do you have flaming arrows pointed at our tavern?
Uh, this is a
It,
nice tavern, but we received orders. We gotta burn. We
um
gotta burn
no,
both the, both those
uh
taverns alive, and
so
anyone in it. No offense.
so
so real quick as they're talking, I'm just gonna turn invisible. Use my ring of invisibility.
All right.
So I'm
and
gonna
see while
so
yeah, and see while you're just hearing this in the open frequency comms of me just saying, gentlemen, why do you have fire arrows pointing towards our tavern?
also I'm gonna slide over a potion of invisibility out of sight to good old Leaf.
Now, gentlemen, I know you're in the front of our establishment, and I know you've got orders, but
You know what?
before you even burn down this fine establishment, per se, that you are going to burn down,
I'm
you
getting
go,
in my tank. I'm grabbing the
he
crew and getting in my
he.
tank.
Yeah.
You're in the battle of Florida Island way. You're not gonna make it in
Oh,
time.
got it. So I'm
So
busy, and then so basically at this point, one of the
Like,
subcommands.
but I will give you this.
Yeah.
Um, Seawall, Carrie, Jimpan, and of course Scrap again. Roll me perception checks to see if you can find the order in the see if you can find the order in the mercenaries' hideout.
We burned it to the ground.
That's why I gave you a negative.
so so real quick question.
um,
So that means can I possibly since I'm completely invisible and I turned invisible while out of sight, can I try to move into proper firing range? Wait, how far away are they exactly?
uh, I know the map isn't that far, but about
Yeah, I'm trying
this
to
far away, and a couple of swordsmen this at point blank.
yeah, I just need to where's that I need the sheet to look up Hellfire Ray and Harm spell real
Nameless,
quick.
you do realize that we do have a back entrance.
Yeah, we could use the background just for me to sneak around
Wait,
for
hold on.
using invisibility.
What the fuck?
Wait. Hold on, Ty. How the hell did they get in here when there is a ban on weapons with their weapons?
And also, you
That's still in
forgot,
place. The only people that can have weapons are those with permits
or the
or
gearman.
official gearmen / guards in
And,
between.
They snuck in here. They snuck here in the middle of the night.
and
How did
also,
they sneak in?
I'm
Where?
I'm picturing the equivalency of like you ever see those briefcases where like a rifle is completely disassembled? I'm imagining that but with a bow.
oh, like
Got it. So
okay,
they
yeah.
went over the land route because the ships are being searched to prevent
But
things like that.
I will
Okay,
say one more
so
thing. Ty,
what?
you
Go
forgot
ahead. Go
one.
ahead.
You forgot one thing. If you
What?
remember, I put in it. So it's happening. You do realize that at least not in surround the city, but in the city, occupying some of the tallest structures, there are teams of 3 Jaegers all around the city. I do you remember I put in that order to have the Jaegers now be part, if not at wartime, to have at least 3 of them in or on the tallest building.
Yeah. Now,
So
here's actually what happened. Let me get what happens real quick. So,
yep, go ahead.
Snuffle senses something and goes in and snatches a piece of paper. Sewell reads it and realizes that there's that that land floor or mercenaries whose literal job is to keep causing war and a nation filled with trees and special chemicals need to ship to go to this tavern to burn these alive to teach these little people a lesson. The Jaegers are there, but now you can command them instead of waiting a turn.
Oh,
Okay,
the Jaegers, upon seeing flaming bows and arrows, with the arrows lit aflame, they're not even going to wait. They're going to take aim. Whoever's in charge of the 3-man team is going to get ready as soon as they get all their sight lines on. They're going to, and if there's multiple Jaeger teams that see this, they're going to communicate with each other about this, and then they're going to just headshots.
Okay, I just looked up Hellfire Ray, and that's not good at all.
What happened?
Are you about to commit a war crime?
Basically, here's what happens with Hellfire Ray. For every 4 caster levels, I gain 1 additional ray. So that means I'm at level 12. So that means I get a total of +3 additional rays.
So
So
4
that
rays
means
total.
yeah, 4 rays total. And each caster level adds 1d6. So that means that's 12d6
Oof.
per ray.
And and
And this
and
requires and it's a touch attack.
and there's 10 mercenaries total.
A ranged touch or a touch?
Range touch.
Oh God!
And there's 10 mercenaries total.
And you're about to turn 4 of them into ash. You're about to give them the express funeral pyre treatment.
And would you like to know what also they need to do if upon receiving this hit?
Fort save.
A will saving throw of the caster. Basically, it's DC plus the caster must attempt a caster level check. So DC plus the same creature's level to succeed. Failure means the spell caster. Okay, so let me read it exactly. A non-evil spellcaster attempting to bring the creature back from the dead must attempt a cast. So they must attempt a will saving throw. Failure means the soul is damned to hell as a burst of brimstone appears around the corpse.
Oof.
So if they do not succeed the will saving throw, oh god.
Oof. That's
And Ty, how many?
Woohoo!
Hold on, let me get the numbers right, because there is, how many do I have?
And there's about 12 Jaegers in total around the around
12
around
Jaeger
Enzo's tavern.
teams, or just 12? So 4 Jaeger teams see this, correct?
Yeah.
Is each
So
team of
how?
Jaegers?
Plus obviously Bloodpike and Asura is seeing this as well, so they're preparing their weapons as well.
Without
So
even. Oh, go ahead, Namus.
sorry. So basically, they're within 55 feet, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so and how do I do the spell bonus stuff real quick? Just let me look it up real quick. It's just my
It's just
wisdom.
no, you're talking about your attack.
Yeah, my attack.
Okay, all you have to roll because it's a range touch. It's your dex plus your base attack bonus. So if you look on your sheet, there should be
Oh,
an area called range called
okay. So basically, I have a
yeah,
plus
RB,
17 to.
yeah,
I have a
RA
plus 17 to hit.
Yep, on each of them.
So
You got to roll 4 times.
And let me just roll these things right now.
and
Will
so with their touch AC is much lower than regular AC,
But they
correct?
may be you could argue they're unaware of him because they might be unaware of him, so they might get an additional negative.
Oh yeah, because I'm invisible. I forgot.
yeah, they're aware.
The
So
only
yeah,
way he misses is if he
yeah.
rolls a nat
You
1.
really have to roll on that one to miss. That's why I'm rolling the will saves right now.
All right. So how many will saves he rolled?
Well, okay. What I would say, well, the thing is, I would say that you should, Nameless, you should roll just 4d20, and we'll see if any ones pop up.
Yeah, does he even have to put?
Nope, not a single one.
Yep.
Yeah, one of them's going straight to hell.
Yep.
Well, you got at least the other extreme.
Let me double check something really quick, Nameless. Just
Yeah, how does
because
yeah.
your modifiers might be
Yeah, because I don't know how
high
exactly
enough.
it goes with
Yeah.
my saving throws.
Because the saving throw it's your wisdom. Let me actually double check the cleric.
Is it plus the caster level?
I think it's half caster level.
So, then that's just automatically just a +4 plus +6. So that means
I'm
they need
checking right now. Oh, never mind. No, that's the prepare. What's the save? Saves. Yeah. It's is the cleric's spell is 10 plus the spell level plus the cleric's wisdom modifier. What was the level of the spell?
level 6
What's your wisdom modifier?
+4.
Okay, so 2 of them are gone.
No, we still need to roll the 12d6 damage unless
Yeah. No, because 2. You said 2 of them are just instantly pulled into hell.
No,
Because
if they don't survive it.
Oh, okay. And then what? Half damage for the other 2?
No, that's just to see if they get thrown into hell or not.
Okay.
Basically, that's if they fail to survive it.
What's the name
So
of the spell again, just so I can double check it?
Hellfire Ray.
Hellfire Ray, Pathfinder. Got it, because I'm not the best with spells, but I know them pretty well.
So basically, half the damage is fire damage, and the other half is unholy power.
Okay.
And it can only be
saving throw none. Oh Jesus! It always does that damage.
Yeah, yeah. You cannot saving throw roll for that.
Yeah, it's a level 6 spell.
Yeah. So roll 12d6.
Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. Hold on. For every 4 beyond the 11th level, you may have only hit one of them.
Where does it say?
Yeah, it says for plus 1 for every beyond the 11th. So you only got one, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, either way, though, one of them's going to hell if they don't.
The first guy. So we've got that fixed up now. So he has.
Yeah,
so
right.
now let's roll 12d6 for the damage.
Yeah.
So he just took 38 damage. Fire, unholy.
And I have another attack I can do.
You can only cast one spell. You can only cast one spell.
Oh, I was going to refer to the pepper box.
No.
That's your action.
Yep, that's your action. Basically, you just use your standard action to cast the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Flypipe's gonna knock someone out the way. Like, hey, Azura, you want to shop up the new sword of yours? Sure, why not?
So then let me roll for
roll
12 Jaegers.
Roll for 12 Jaegers. See if any of them survive before Azure whips out her new sword.
Because remember, they're on very tall buildings. They don't even know the Jaegers are there because the Jaegers are told to literally stay hidden. It's like when you see like those major NFL games, you don't see it, but there's like snipers, unlike the Super Bowl. just hidden within certain areas.
Also, by the
But
way, did one of them get sent to hell? By the way,
Depending on what their level is, I don't know if 38 damage is enough to kill them instantly. That's up to Ty.
They're all alive.
Yeah, but one of them probably is having a bad time.
Probably wishing they're dead.
in honesty, it would have been better if I managed to get in close to do the harm spell. Then it would have just been 120 points of damage.
Yeah.
That would have definitely killed anything.
Unfortunately, it cannot reduce below 1 HP though.
all right, I'm looking up
With
my.
a tiger and 2 paladins, I think they could take care of him.
Yeah, but we'll see if they can even.
But first, similar to last week, fire 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 the arrows to see which one of them's actually survived the damage.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the. Oh, here it is. So it's my, because the sniper is basically a train for me, so it is their. So it's my dex. My dex mod is 5 plus. Because they're using the same rifle I am, right, Seawell?
Probably a slightly weakened version, but yes.
So then pick. Because they are also that plus. She's slightly weaker, so you will not get that +1, but it will actually get. And since they're caught unawares, right? Since they don't know where these Jaegers are, correct?
Yeah.
So what? That's an extra 5. Yeah, extra 5. This is not going to return it. Do I have to roll all like 12 of these? Oh wait, how many mercenaries are in here?
10 total. 5 snipers, 5 fighters.
So okay. Should I have specified which one I was targeting?
I assume if you're targeting the snipers since they had to.
Yeah.
All right.
The fighters is just there for support.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, no, that didn't
Jeez.
work. No, that didn't fucking work. Hold on, I have to
Yep.
actually.
It'd have been the first one, which is
18.
Wait, hold on. They're targeting flat-foot touch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
They
caught
all would
unaware.
have hit. They all would have hit.
Oh, they all would have hit.
Yeah, because the flat-foot touch is 10, unless the person has a negative dex modifier.
Yeah, which is, and basically at maximum, that's gonna be a 15. Yeah.
It's literally like
Well,
going. It's literally the same thing that going just did. As long as they don't roll on that one, they're going to hit by default.
Yeah.
Yep. And now I'll just do just one roll of damage, and will that be all right, or do I have to roll 12?
No, you could do roll damage.
Yeah. So with that, actually no, that is a.
Don't include the Slayer damage because you're kind of unique. They're just gunslingers. You're a gunslinger and a Slayer, so just don't do the bonus Slayer damage.
And since it's a, so is that plus that. I think one more plus. You know, and since they were caught flat-footed, is that technically a sneak attack?
Yep.
Well, no, hold on. Leaf, they wouldn't get sneak attacks. They're just gunslingers.
Or just gunslingers?
Well, trained
Oh.
gunslingers, but gunslingers. They're not
Sneak-
gestalted like we are. Sneak attack is only for specific classes.
Yeah, like rogue.
Yeah.
I
Rogue,
thought.
Slayer has a
Never mind.
variant of it. Spellless Ranger's got a variant of it.
Plus, your snipers aren't in a book depository.
So I think it's just the. So 1d12 plus 5. I think that's it. I don't think they get any other bonuses. 14.
Hold
14.
on. Wouldn't they
Yeah.
have
Yeah, 'cause
Wouldn't
I'm
they
looking.
have that vital strike?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
say it should be higher than
Yeah.
that.
So it should be another D12,
Plus
I
six.
believe.
Say
Yeah,
add
vital.
D12 to that.
Yeah.
20.
So 20 damage.
Yeah, because vital. Wait, what level are they for gunslinger?
I would. Well, they're obviously not going to be our level, but I'd say they'd be approaching it. Because remember, if they were all our level, they could all challenge us. So.
Alright, so here's what happens.
Yeah.
All but one of the
Eh.
snipers dies.
Yeah.
And of course all but one of the snipers dies.
Mhm.
And one of the and
Their snipers are dead.
I said all but one of the snipers is dead. One actually
Whoa.
survived.
Wait.
Oh,
No, the
so
merc
wait, they have
No, merc
snipers?
snipers. No,
Okay.
merc snipers.
Yeah.
oh, would you not been finished off my Hellfire Ray then?
No, you hit one dude. As soon as they knew which dude you hit, they would hit other dudes. They're not going to hit the same dude you're going to hit.
Okay.
But since there's 12 snipers and there's only
No.
10 of them, 2 of them are going to be in reserve. Just so out of the 10 mercs, you said only one survives?
No, one sniper survives. The swordsman survive. The swordsman still survive.
So
How many
basically,
total?
the weakest portion. Basically, so 5 swordsmen, 1 sniper. Correct?
Yeah,
How many
Okay.
snipers did they have?
5.
5. Now there's only one.
So
Good
I
old
imagine just like
good.
as Bloodpike sees, it's just they just hear them getting hit and then the crackle and then the crack of the rifle shot. As
Good
just 4 of them just drop.
old Bloodpipe's going to do his three-step combo. 1, 2, and shield tackle.
So she's dealing with the fighters, correct?
He's dealing with the fighters. Yeah, so
All right.
So he just done 12, 19, 7 damage, and 1 is pinned to the floor.
All right.
She comes out, and fortunately, I forgot to actually create her new weapon, so I had to do this the old-fashioned way. You see her pull out a shiny weapon that it's regular. It's like gold and silver weapon just pulled out.
Excalibur.
No, it's a rapier.
I know.
like one, it hits. 2, it hits, and here's the funny part: if if she hits 2 of them, the last one's quit by default. Assuming she makes the critical check, which she does. So that means she takes 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the crit. Yeah, she just walks up and murders one. She just walks up and murders one of the soldiers.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, even the Jaeger is like, what the fuck kind of sword is she wielding? You want to take another shot with the Jaegers, or you want to, or you want to
I
add?
have to.
I want to try sending one. I want to try the Hellfire Ray to send another one. To send one to hell. I really want to send that sniper to hell. Just for fun.
All right, go ahead. Try again.
Heads up, that's an evil magic, and there's a paladin nearby you.
There's literally 2 paladins
You
nearby.
may want to reconsider.
Yeah, never mind.
We got
Never
away with
mind.
it once.
And seeing the fact that you literally saw a paladin pretty much carve this dude to death.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do.
With-
Yeah, I could
with-
do Hellfire Ray.
with no remorse whatsoever.
There's only so much Mittens and Snuffles can do.
Yeah, I guess I will do. And actually, I don't have any spells for other than Hellfire Ray and Harm, so I'm just gonna do. Wait, Slay Living. What spell is that actually, real quick?
Sounds necrotic.
12d6 plus 1. Oh, it's anti-paladin, shaman witch. Yeah, that's no, I can't touch that. That's definitely most likely evil.
Yeah.
Just from the fact that it's
Does it-
necromancy death section.
hold on.
Anti-paladin.
Does it say evil as a in a little parentheses by the school?
No.
It's not evil then.
Okay, so 12d6 plus 1 point per caster level. And target living creature touched. Fortitude partial.
Is in range touch or touch?
Touch. Target
Okay.
living
You
living
know,
creature
you
touched.
know, you could make it easier. Just touch the person who blood pipe pinned to the ground.
Okay, I'll do blood fight pinned to the ground then. So they need to make a fortitude saving throw, which, from my understanding, this is a level 5 spell plus the wisdom, so they need to make a DC 19 save.
Where it's going to be a disadvantage because he's pretty much
Pinned.
having his shield shoved in his face.
Mm.
And I'm just gonna roll a d20. Wait, do I need to roll d20 for this is a touch spell? So roll d20, correct?
Yeah, it's a D20 plus your melee attack bonus minus 5. Technically, actually, no, it'll be a range attack bonus still.
Yeah.
And the reason why it would still be a range attack bonus
It's
is
fortitude.
Oh, fortitude. My bad. I was about to say it's failed anyway. What you call it?
Jesus, the guy has a 22 to wisdom.
No, it's only 5 for wisdom. It's just rolled very high.
No. His he would his stats it'd be 22.
Jesus.
I thought he
He's
has
merged.
disadvantage.
Ty, question: what level is this character?
Oh God, we're killing a boss.
Yeah, because I mean, these are meant to be mooks, right?
Yeah.
You do realize that a plus 12 modifier rivals us, right? In power.
Good point.
Like, bro, could you please? Because I keep seeing these massive modifiers. Can you actually look at a GM guide, please, and see what the recommendeds are?
Sorry, dude.
No, you're all right.
But I was about to say it still hits anyway because the shield pretty much weaknesses.
So
It still hits anyway because its shield pretty much negates
so
even the nat
disadvantage or no
20.
disadvantage?
Huh?
Well, okay. So okay. Where does the disadvantage apply, Ty?
He's pinned to the ground with a shield.
Yeah, because if he's pinned to the ground with a shield, that actually means
and
he's
Black Pie's
prone,
still jabbing,
easier for
and
Nameless.
Black Pie's still jabbing with his sword, with his hammer.
Yeah, which would make it easier for Nameless because he just has to like grab a limb. The guy, this is a melee attack. Ty, there's not unless the guy's being pinned by a shield bigger than Bloodpike and completely covered from all sides.
So does he fail the saving thing?
He would have succeeded it because you rolled an at 20. So
I thought it was disadvantage for the whole thing.
No. Defense is like fortitude is how tough you are, kind of. If this was a reflex save, I could see that, but
okay, so then he takes 3d6 plus 12.
Yeah.
So roll 3d6.
Yep.
Which kills him anyway.
Yeah.
28 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Veb is just evacuating the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, Veb's not there. You remember?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
But Mittens is if she wants to attack.
Mittens. Oh, Mittens is absolutely happy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Mittens is currently getting Emzo out of there, so we have Snuffles to do the attacks.
Mhm.
Kitty sees a big kitty toy.
Hmm.
Where are you? Where are you?
Hold on one second. I will be
28.
right back. Gotta take care of something real quick.
No problem.
That hits.
Yep. 2 claws. And bite.
What are you talking? What are you talking? The sniper or one of the remaining what you call men?
Oh, Snuffles, without a doubt, has probably just been like seeing like a bright light in the distance and just been going towards it like a laser pointer.
Yeah,
So
Snuffles just runs up before you even realize what's going on, and pretty much murders that last sniper. Also in the distance, you see a giant half orc with a warhammer.
So
Yeah.
2 claws and 1 bite against the sniper.
Like,
Uh,
I'm gonna be honest. Unless even if you roll nat ones on all of them, he's gonna die.
Nom.
Hello?
oh. In that case, let me actually get the math right and not typo this. These are for the bites. 24.
Like I said, he's dead.
Well,
Like Snuffles just bites his head off and is using it as a chew toy at the moment.
Snuffles is happy. She had a nice chew toy. And
Oh
some nice
boy.
meat.
Scrap. You want Lost and Without Valor? You want Orca to start smashing things with his warhammer?
You know, it's been a while since Orca has ever fucked up anyone before. The Jaegers will hold off. They'll cover him if like someone tries to get him behind the back. You know, the cowardly way. But the snipers are just gonna watch this.
Or he just
Go
walks
ahead,
up.
Orca.
He just walks up, t- pats one dude in the shoulders, like, "Hi, I heard you're about to burn down my daughter's bar."
Oh
Ah, crap!
Jesus!
Only one of them hits, but for
What
18
what
damage.
level is Orca? What's Orca's level supposed to be, Ty?
Huh?
What's Orca's level supposed to be?
He's supposed to be level 20.
Do you realize that he'd have a plus if he's any sort of fighter class or similar to that? He'd have a plus 20 modifier minimum.
No, he's supposed to be berserker. So
Yeah,
actually, yeah, if berserker hits,
yeah,
then yeah,
he would have the full attack.
only one of them missed. Then forgot.
Yeah, I mean, if the enemy is at AC above 22,
Say again?
if the enemy is at AC above 22,
Yeah, yeah. I forgot Orca's a berserker. So only one.
yeah,
So only one of them would have missed
yeah, yeah, it would have been
the 7.
yeah, assuming he's got a plus 6 modifier to his strength, which is likely, possibly higher, but weapon focus. I'm just doing the math in my head, assuming maybe a plus 4 weapon. 24 plus So yeah, he'd have a plus. He'd have a round of plus 30 modifier, which means the last one would have been a for the third attack would have been a plus 15, so it would have been a 17. So yeah, that could have missed if the guy's got over 18, 17 or higher AC, which is entirely doable.
That means all three of them would have hit, which doesn't matter because the second the 24 pretty much ripped him in half.
Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill.
My guy's just gonna stand there, probably seeing this poor fucking mercenary who got tapped on the shoulder. Just, hello, I hear you're about to burn down my daughter's bar. Next thing you know, you just hear giant smack of a hammer.
Oh boy!
I'm imagining like the sound from like, oh, you remember like the
Berserk?
Yeah, like a gong sound.
Yeah, bong.
And just for shits and giggles, an unexpected ally joins you. As from a distance, someone sees a customized steam rifle.
Oh. Do I see where the shot came from?
No, you see the person as Enzo.
Yeah, she's got one level of almost everyone's got one level of gunslinger, at least, for most of my thunder scouts and my steam rights, because you need
I'm going to have to re-roll that since that's not exactly the best way to make your debut in combat.
That is the perfect.
That is the fucking
now
debut.
Let's see if she confirms it.
Huh?
Let's see if she confirms it.
Oh my god!
I'd say yes.
I think that's a ×4 weapon too. Jesus.
And she's on the back, and she is riding Mittens.
No. She would. She's a Thunder Scout. She'll either be on a steam wagon, or on her, or on a Thunder Cycle if she's swapped over to one of those.
How dead is this dude? Do you even want to roll damage?
I don't need to roll, but just in case, ×4 because of the crit.
Yeah.
Mittens comes up to Enzo and just like nuzzles her happily.
Damage.
Dude just dropped.
Explodes his head.
Huh?
As a bullet explodes his head.
Pretty much, she dropped. You know that slow motion fall, like boom, slow motion fall before you drop dead. That's pretty much them right now.
Yep. Gotta love the repeating steam musket, man. May not do a ton of damage, but it can lay down fire like crazy, and when you crit, oh god.
That's how you make a debut.
It also tells armor to go fuck itself.
That's how you make a debut.
Yep.
And the last person looks around to his teammates, either being chewed, beat the shit, like Azura's going walk up to him with that evil sword of hers, and he's going to bounce and run away.
Oh, he's gonna try to run away?
Yeah.
And then he gets truck cooned by a steam wagon.
Either that, no, it's either that or he tries to take he takes one step and is running, and then just next thing you know, a bullet from a sniper enters his head.
No. One of the Thunder Scouts was having fun, and he's carrying a squad of kind of mechanized mechanized gearmen.
Oh
and
no,
truck coons the guy.
No, I imagine it's just you, Sewell. You're in your tank. You're
I would say by this point you're back, so you could do the coup de grace as well.
Oh, he just gets run over by my tank.
and and you just look. You just like, all right, I'm here. Where's the? Oh,
No. I
Well,
run him over with the tank,
well,
and then I get out and look at the mess on the ground.
and you just look. Did I do that?
Well, he full on knows what he did.
Snuffles looks to William, then looks to the body, looks back to Williams, looks to the body, and then looks back to William with like pleading eyes, like watery
It's okay,
cat eyes.
go on. I have no use for it.
And Snuffles starts eating.
Yep. Hey, it makes the cleanup crew's job easier. So.
I guess you missed the party, huh? Blood Pipe says to Veb.
What did I miss?
Yep.
A couple people try to burn down this bar.
And and then he sees what's her name being pulled out of the back.
Are they still
in
breathing?
chains and wearing a metal armor.
Are
To
they
shut down
still
her
breathing?
capabilities. Yeah.
Let's see now. I killed one. Your doctor killed one. Your snipers killed one. That like Orca, I'm retired again to kill another one. Even Enzo get on the fun. Let's snipe this one dead.
There was no Orca. Still had a bit of kill in him.
And one is roadkill.
Emzo managed to get it? Oh. She is definitely getting the good stuff. Hey! And Feb walks into the kitchen. Hey! You got a special occasion! Emzo made her first kill! Let's make something really good for her!
Yep.
First kill lunch.
Yep. I would join you, gentlemen, but I've got a prisoner to contain permanently. Wait, never mind. I would have never revealed the fact that the prisoners, because we kept it a secret that we hit the island. So we were just busy. Now, if you see, I've got work I need to deal with.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey Ty, how does a 34 do for cooking? Enzo's first kill.
There's a celebratory lunch as they save the two taverns from twisted mercenaries.
Oh, and and then Miss Flores is the celebratory lunch, the starving succubus.
Oh, Veb's also in the kitchen, and he's working to make a really good bit of alcohol.
This is probably like,
oh shit!
Oh god, we pulled out the best shit in terms of food.
I had the wrong character selected, but oh good god, a 42 for making some really good alcohol.
People. You're putting up the really good shit for the celebratory party.
We
Come in, everybody.
Dude, we're gonna have to drag people out of here. They're gonna be so fucking drunk. They're gonna pass out at the tavern.
And I'm just in the one corner, just enjoying some nice ice cream and chilling.
Whereas I'm, watching a woman's soul be devoured
by a succubus,
a starving succubus.
I keep the bar going.
I keep the food coming.
Yeah.
Mittens just keeps looking adorable.
And I keep the ice cream flowing.
There's just music playing too. I meant, Jim Pan, are you also just playing music?
Is that
Yes.
The good question is the siren in the round singing music?
No. The sirens at the other bar.
Okay.
Yeah, they're at the other bar.
Not only that, but we also most of the sirens operate out of the kind of opera house slash kind of slash theater. So that's where they tend to operate. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the sorceress that we captured a while back. That's got some alchemy background. That helped me make the gas. I'm going to give her the field notes of how effective it was. and we're gonna start mass manufacturing it, Ty. We're going full fucking war crimes.
You mean the alchemist?
No. I tasked the sorceress that I've been giving the liquid form of the drug to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep, she has some alchemical background, if I remember right. So.
All right. Well, the only thing her funny to know is that, like, Olga's like, I'm going to help out here a little bit longer. I can't reopen that bar right now. Why, Father? I keep hearing moaning of women on the far corner.
Oh.
Well, here's what off camera. Here's what you essentially did. You gave a bard whose literary specialty is to lure people into the Sorcerer Council days off. A bard that if he's not doing his job is going after women. A bard who's so powerful she could lure succubuses to fall in love with him. And you gave him days off. And there's more than one entrance to his house.
Influence out of the kingdom for good.
I would say, and there's
They
more than
will
one entrance to
recover.
his house. What do you think is going to happen?
We welded the door shut.
I said there's more than one entrance to his house.
Yeah, we welded the door on our side shut.
They can still hear them through the wall. They can still hear them.
He's in the wall.
Yeah, and we'll send a complaint to the Sorcerer Council for him to close the door permanently in this kingdom.
So we need to kill him.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that right now. That's not going to be possible.
Yeah.
He's going to go half you to his side and murder you.
So we need to loot and rob his home.
No.
Or charge him
I need to
rent.
figure out a way to seal that door using techno magic.
And probably put some soundproof
how
in walls.
How about I just soundproof the door so that
that is probably so much easier just to research like styrofoam or something that just muffles noise excessively.
We'll add some of that, but I've got other fish to fry, like a chemical weapons factory.
Where are you going to put it though? That's it.
North.
I'm going to put the world mind. Where are you going to put this chemical weapons factory?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the same place I'm putting the other stuff we want to keep secretive. North of the mines.
In the northern wastes.
Yeah. You know how we have the mirrored fortress on the other side?
Yeah.
And other stuff in it? It's where we produce our backpack boilers where, the enemy can't get to them.
Because it's so fucking cold.
Yeah, they can't. They have to either go through the front of the fortress or the back of the fort, where the front of the fortress, or brave the frozen wastes.
They kind of have to do either way because they have to go through the mines.
Yeah. So they either have to land to the north and trek along the edge of the mountains to get to it in extreme cold, or brave the Star Fortress. That's Ty. At this point, have we fully armed it? Does it have all of its...
You fully armed it your last level, so yeah.
Okay, so this thing now has steam artillery, steam-powered, Flak 88 artillery cannons, effectively. So dual purpose,
machine gun.
Machine gun nests, and probably even some flame. We're even retrofitting some flamethrowers into a few areas. So this is probably one of the most well-defended fortresses on the planet.
Oh boy! So you're making a chemical factory.
Yes, to produce this anti-magic gas.
So the battle floor hour is a test to see how good the magic.
If it's effective, and if the shells survive, we'll do some refinements. But yeah, so yeah.
All right. Speaking of,
we're slowly entering the domination phase.
Speaking of manufacturing giants, you you hear a message that's saying that the president of Starlight Valley wants to see you, William, about she's asking to want to see you, William, and you, Doctor, waiting for negotiation on the prices of the metals. That's
Yeah.
admittedly his wife pulled bullshit.
Yeah.
And Doctor, he wants to see you for something that's a little bit more special.
Yeah. I'll meet him at my main office in the castle.
All right, you see him drive up in the hovercraft right to thing in the main castle. Of course, a couple of Secret Service agents are coming in with him because, well,
I've got Gearman with me.
yeah, obviously, because
Yeah.
even though he's going to negotiations, he doesn't want to get shot or killed. Ah, you must be William. How you doing?
Yes. I'm doing well. How may I help you, Mr. President?
Well, unfortunately, we had to drop our metal manufacturer recently, and now she turns up missing for some reason. So I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. Is there any chance we could adjust the prices of the metal you have?
Unfortunately, there's export restrictions in effect. The king's new method for gaining tax revenue is to increase the price, increase the export tax on all products from his nation.
I thought so. And
Character, I love that I can just blame shit on the king now.
Not exactly wrong.
And the thing is, we're just gouging him for money because the thing is, the treasury flows right into us.
so President Temp's like, I thought so. Jesus.
And not the perfect blunderer.
It's
Not
going
only
it's going
that,
to put it's going to put
not
our
only-
projections back quite a bit if
Not
we
only
got.
that, but we've had to focus. We've prioritized our own projects over all others just because we have a better profit margin. Selling raw metal is just not worth. Selling base refined metal is not worth it anymore. So we're going to probably reduce our exports further and just switch to manufactured goods entirely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yes, as well as services.
Another place of frequent metals is still recovering from what Sorcerer Monday pulled. It's going to be a long while before anyone wants to work anything. For some odd reason, all the Navy ships we send out there get sunk, or was forced to come back with severe damage.
Maybe they're getting hit by raiders of some sort. I know those are unstable regions. Maybe the sorcerer is doing something. I couldn't say. The man is exceptionally unstable. They should have never released him from prison.
No, Sorcerer Winston may be unstable, but he sticks to his justice through fear method entirely. He's not gonna hire raise as much as stick them when they stand.
And how many innocents are going to die because of that?
Yeah, you make an excellent point. I even tried to bring this up with my wife. Oh, speaking of this, I heard you have a very skilled doctor I want to speak to.
Yes, he recently took over the medical college. Since I've gotten busier with various duties within the Gearmen, I've delegated the task to him.
Yes, I'll get this over as well. I'm gonna be a father. I'm gonna be a father soon.
Congratulations.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of skilled doctors in my in my republic.
That's unfortunate.
So I'm going. So I want to. So I want to ask him if he could visit every month or so to check on the first lady and make sure she's doing okay.
I'll see if he can be made available. He's very busy revamping the college.
Uh, very well, very well.
We'll do what
Also,
we can, but
and also to be fair, that he's if he does, he's going to have to bring. He's. I'm only allowed him to bring one assistant with him, as uh, he'd be entering the White House. I want him. I want my wife to roam around, especially especially when about gets heavy. You know what I mean?
understood.
Say again.
Understood. We'll do what we can, but again, as I said, those I don't like the idea of my doctor going into into a facility that we don't have our own protection in.
Why you suggest? Because no offense, but but we have
He's the
like
head of our medical college, and as you've very well said, your guys' medical industry is very behind. What guarantees do I have that you're not just going to snatch him?
all right. Well, the ball's in your court.
As I said, we'll do
You,
our
you, you
best.
understand that the reason why we have such high security is the weapons manufacturing, right?
Well, your weapons manufacturing, last I heard, was lagging behind due to the material shortage.
He he like puts up his glasses like look like you know about our situation more than we thought.
Well, I inferred it. You said that you're coming here looking for raw materials, and I've heard the rumors about the loss of additional metal production. I think at the end of the day, we're the largest producer left. And as I said, it's not worth it to ship overseas anymore, except at exorbitant cost due to the taxes of the kingdom. It was a compromise we had to make with the king for him to allow us more industrial output.
Then it looks like I could talk to the king to see if we could reduce the taxes, and maybe we could make a deal with if we reduce the taxes, maybe we could assist him with our weapons manufacturer.
The king has signed an exclusive contract with Gearman for all weapons production. He wants it internal. He does not want his weapons beholden to another nation. The war to secure the goldsmith lands very much strained him, and he wants to keep things more internal going forward.
Well, I think this is why I like my wife to take care of the negotiations, at least a little better. I guess this is the end of our conversation. Where's it? Where's the school at? Maybe I can speak to this doctor.
I'll give him the I'll give him the I'll give him the I'll give him the direction to it. It's not far away. Well, it's just down the street. It's just about 2 streets over. And once you leave the castle, take a right, and you should see it. Plenty of signs for the medical.
Very well. I wish we come to more. I wish we could have come for a peaceful arrangement, but guess we're at an impasse. Have a nice day.
How pleasant.
He tips his glasses at you and with his Secret Service men walk down the street.
Yep. I will write down a quick note that will warn Nameless, and I will advise him to basically be as busy as possible. Be have a full schedule is basically what I'm saying.
Be a busy bee.
Make it very hard for him to get any times because yeah.
I mean, in honesty, I don't see that as being much difficulty because I'm training Gearmen to be combat medics, stabilization.
As well as the civilian doctors developing new methods.
And you
Yeah,
have
like-
Feb with you, who's also giving alcohol.
Yeah.
And you're making ice cream on the side.
Yeah, it's not that hard to be busy.
Yeah. Yeah, your schedule is fully packed. But I'm also thinking
Alright, so obviously the president can't
I'd say the
see you,
only
but
chance
since
he possibly has to see me is in the hospital.
yeah.
so obviously you're very busy, but since the president can't go back empty-handed, but he doesn't have his normal ship, he has to stay in one of the hotels.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you can be with the guy. It's just one of those. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm completely booked up. I don't have time to spend a week at like days at sea, and then days coming back. And even if one of the new
I mean,
one
not
of
to
the airships
mention,
is available.
not to
Yeah.
mention, whatever. If anyone mentions he's in the building, I could just go swoop invisible because I have the ring of invisibility again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no. Don't dodge him. I'm saying, do the whole. I empathize, but unfortunately, I'm fully booked, and it would.
I'd say that will probably work for a while unless he catches me on my break. That's the yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. DM, is he able to catch me on my break?
No, as actually one of your combat knights knows, he has no magicals. He has no ability of magic whatsoever.
Mhm.
He's not like his wife. He's pretty much the opposite of his wife.
Mhm.
He can't use magic worth a shit and relies fully on firearms. Ironically from your kingdom.
Got it. So he's been buying them in small amounts from the various limited distributions. we've
yeah.
been doing.
At least defend himself.
Yeah.
So basically, he's going to be one of my focus students to like teach stuff. I mean, in honesty, I'd say the only thing that'll probably be he'll probably be able to do if I'm in the middle of something like teaching, he can like ask follow-up questions related to the subjects I'm currently working on.
And since he can't bring his wife here because of your ban,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can basically, I'd say he'll still be able to get his questions answered. It'll just be at a slower rate than he
But
wants.
through intermediaries. Yeah, it'll be through intermediaries.
Or if he's able to like join in one of my classes and listen in.
Yeah.
like can't. He has a democracy to run. He runs as and he doesn't and heard they doesn't want to lead the vice president to run the democracy because you know the idea of Seawall about them being someone being a master supremacist.
Mhm.
That's his vice president.
Oof. Yeah, magic supremacists. Fuck
Yeah.
them. So
Didn't
He has to stop by there every once in a while to make sure his vice president is under control.
quick out of character thing, Steve. Didn't we make a Demir magic supremacist terrorist organization once?
Yeah, but those were
floating
fake.
around out there.
Yeah, but here's the thing: those were fake. This guy's a real deal.
Yeah.
And the president dies, he'll be in charge, and he'll spread that thing all over the country.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wants that.
Why they get to step by? Actually, eventually, he orders one of his secret agents to stay around and take some classes.
Mhm.
Like, all right.
So he's basically gonna. So if he's attending my classes, then yeah, he's probably gonna be able to get it at a much more stable rate then. for
Like,
information.
okay,
Yeah.
stick around. I want to give you double pay. Attend these classes.
Mhm.
Like, just in case, because you heard you actually don't need to do perception because you you could hear it, and because your perception is high enough, you could hear it. You heard that his mother died because he was magicless, and if his baby is born magicless, then he doesn't want to take the chances. That's why he switched to regular medicine instead of a magic medicine.
Yeah, so far, in honesty, that's more than likely doable for antibiotics, herbal supplements. That's pretty doable with this age and era. So yeah, a lot of treatment options are available even without magic for like surgery treatments with the antibiotics, all different types of medications, painkillers, morphine, all that stuff.
So here you are right now. Every time you teach a class, you see like pretty much a well-dressed man in a suit and and a gun, just writing down notes. Pay attention fervently.
I'm just gonna so out of character real quick. So there's a weapon ban, correct?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Kind of, yeah. There
Actually,
is a
now
ban.
kind of because he's
There's just weapons restriction laws, in fact, currently in this kingdom, and there are slowly additional laws being put in place because the king is very, very angry that mercenaries snuck in.
So does this
but
mean that this guy here?
but it's also the president's man. Even the president's
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, though
The
the king is grumbling that the president came without proper
Permits.
announcement, but
All right then. So
even the
I'm gonna.
president is around. The laws pretty much
Yeah.
bypass him, so he still carries firearm, at least to protect himself.
Yeah. Well, again, he is kind of
Well, only because
the
he like
king. Yeah,
to
one of those.
to protect the White House's secrets and
Yeah.
shit. So yeah, you see a bunch of doctors and lab coats or people in street clothes, and you see like really this dude with a three-piece suit and firearm in his left breast pocket, writing down notes like it's the end of tomorrow. Ow, ow, ow. And of course, now is the main event, and yeah, which is the execution of Holly Fleury and Robert Fleury III. Except there's no one problem. There's no executioner anymore,
It's called a gallows.
Yeah, except eventually someone has to bring them up and slice their head off. And you killed that person.
No, we're not doing it. No, we're not doing a beheading. We're using the gallows, hung by the neck until dead. Though we're faking it.
Plus, there's also a method where, theoretically, the prisoners in question, they would stand on the trapdoor, it would then set off a water jug that would eventually fill another jug, which would then knock out the block. Don't recall what exactly that method was called.
Again, it doesn't require rocket science. And the thing is, we've had them unconscious. They're finally being awoken from a medically induced coma, as they're in like a final holding cell before that, and they,
Alright, so in the final holding cell.
Yeah, then they're marched out under very heavy guard.
You hear that the necromancer's daughter is asking to stop by to make sure the execution is carried out humanely, if you will.
Yeah, she sees it's a gallows. It's a pretty standard gallows. Nothing unusual about it. Quick drop, sudden stop. On paper, dead in a few seconds.
Like he just looks at Holly like, I never thought we'd see this day.
And she's gagged.
Alright, everything looks good, clean, and humane.
Yep.
Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. If necessary, if we fail, I'll use power word kill on them.
It's fine. We can handle it internally. So they'll be brought up on the gallows.
Public or private execution.
Oh, it's gonna be a public, but we're still gonna fake it.
All right, I'll be in the courtyard while the crowd. Ooh, and I heard it's gonna be a big crowd awaits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you go to executioner's ground. A lot of crowd is pretty much throwing tomatoes and balls and all them at her. A small section of the crowd is pretty much her Holly's party crew crying about their party leader's death.
You're assuming we would have let them into the city with all the trouble they've caused.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
They've been banned from the city.
Yeah. You know how much trouble they've caused? They should be glad there's not a line for the hangings. Yeah, so.
All right, so now all of them are drawing tomatoes and balls at the Ford family.
Well, the remaining two of them.
Huh?
Yep, the remaining two of them. Yeah, the remaining two of them. The other one is MIA. No one knows what happened.
You know what I mean. Holly and Robert.
Yep. Yeah.
Like Robert's brothers going by to witness his brother's execution, so he officially take over the family business.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll be making sure that he falls under our influence given enough time. So, yep. So they're put on the the noose is put around their neck. Little do anyone know, because we put this on them when they were asleep. They're wearing a special harness that we can secretly hook into. Basically, the same trick Hollywood uses.
Yeah.
So they can actually drop the actor and it's safe. So, yep. And then they both get bags are put over their head, and they're both given a dose of a drug that we know simulates death secretly. So they'll just be standing there, and then we'll have the standard, these two, per the king's orders, these two shall be hung by the neck until dead for the crimes they've done against the good people of this kingdom, all that standard stuff.
And as as the speech, Seawald does his speech done, there are some shadows disguised within the crowd, rallying up the crowd, really making them pissed. It's like, hang them, all that.
I wouldn't know why I want to ask for this, because they're already pissed on it, but
don't incite a riot, Leaf. I'm
not inciting a riot. It's more just they're just having the crowd chant. The crowd finally happy that justice. Maybe like one or two people say, "This is for killing my family." This is what you get.
All right, so obviously I'm not going.
I'm not causing a full blown fucking riot. No, it's.
Let's start a riot.
Oh boy!
Really good song, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. No, we're just making.
All right, so no diplomacy checks to make sure it's not the full blown riot.
Oh, I will.
No.
I will be using my diplomacy to make sure everyone stays nice and calm.
Yeah, it's only chance.
Basically only doing the whole there is finality in all of this, blah 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 blah.
Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Leash, shall we also roll for the the cat and mouse thing again for it's to see if you can finally breach my disguise?
It's always gonna be a thing, Nameless. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's what I said. The cat and mouse thing.
Yep, I roll my perception. Oh, damn it!
Jesus.
You know what? I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna use my reroll. Fuck you.
Don't.
Oh wait, no, that's not.
No, that's cheap.
No, I didn't know that was Nameless. I thought it was. Oh, I couldn't even. Damn it, Nameless.
Did you forget I have a plus 20, plus 10 from being a Kitsune because of natural changing? Then I have a plus 17 from all my skill points and also the character traits for bonus into bluff and disguise. Then I have the hat of greater disguise, which gives another
I
plus
know.
10.
Hey, it's a nice little cat and mouse game we got going on.
Yeah, except you need a critical in order to even possibly approach it. Because yeah.
Mind if I give it a crack?
Oh,
Do you
see
have
what you want to
reason
do?
to try? Do you have reason to try and investigate?
Nah,
Yeah,
I don't have
I'm
any
more just
official reason.
investigating because I'm always suspicious.
Yeah, I'm wary of you, but I probably just think, hey, he's just human.
Oh boy.
Not gonna.
So-
It's a cat and mouse game me and Nameless have every session. One day, Nameless, I will get it.
Yeah, you just need to either
You
I need a
roll
crit.
poorly, and he has to roll really, really well.
Basically, I would need a critical failure for you to be able to beat me.
Oh
Because
boy.
yeah, I need a critical failure for my disguise to let's say shiver for a second and break. That's
Well-
the best case scenario.
Well, remember, there's no such thing as a crit fail in a skill check, or a
Oh.
crit success.
Oh, then he never could beat it then.
No, he can beat it if he rolls a natural 20, and
And
you
I
roll
roll
a
a
natural
natural.
1.
No, 1 plus 37 is a 38.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, you're right. I can beat it, though, because I've got a 22 to perception.
So basically, unless he gets you involved, I'm fine
Yeah.
and dandy.
my guy's not really gonna get William involved because he knows William's busy. He's just doing this as
No.
hey, you're still being followed by the shadows, which you still don't know about. But hey,
Yeah.
you don't
I
even know
can't
that there's a shadow in your classroom.
I can't beat that. Period.
So I got a 28 to keep the crowd from going crazy. I want them. They can be angry, just don't act on the anger.
All right. Well, the crowd is just calm enough not to
Yep.
not to jump over the barricade and kill them personally.
Well, they'd also have to contend with the line of what was the name we came up for them, Leaf, for the gearmen that are specialized in policing?
Oh fuck!
How about the steel enforcers? Because they have like a thin steel shield.
Yeah, that can work.
With the taser spears.
Question.
Yeah, so the steel
Go ahead.
enforcers.
All right. The trap doors open. They 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 start to hang there. They squirm, and eventually
drugs
they
taking
stop
effect.
squirming.
Yep. And
You see Walter
thank you for
Flory
that.
and his lawyer confirm that they're dead,
Yeah.
and as well as the Flores family lawyer to confirm, okay, they're dead. You're now the owner of Flory Mansion and the Flory Empire. He stands up, looks at the crowd. He's actually not nicer than his brother and his family. As the crowd pretty much parts ways because, well, unlike his brother and family who look down on the crowd, he's actually nice.
Yeah.
As
He's an ethical businessman.
Yeah, he has employees who pays very well, not slaves.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's not beyond laying people off, but
Yeah.
ethical businessman.
Hops in his fancy car and drives off.
Yep, I'll set up a meeting with him later on to see if we can't get a partnership between our trade empires to get better control.
Question.
No. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Prior to the execution, was Veb there with like a little food cart, like trying to garner like support, keep people calm, like with the ice cream, beer?
Actually, I assume he was.
Yeah. hence me asking, can I help at all at keeping the crowd calm?
You're just walking around with a cart of food and alcohol.
The,
Get your popcorn! Get your popcorn!
the diplomacy check.
In honesty, I'd say he because like, isn't it still summer?
Yeah, mid fall.
Perfect time for hot dog.
Big
Just
fall
perfect.
now.
Yeah, so it would still be fairly effective for like a nice ice cream for the hot days.
So okay, so diplomacy check if you want to.
20.
Nice.
Yeah, the food cart helps to keep the crowd from focus on eating their ice cream and drinking beer, and is kind of fence and beating the shit out of the Floyd family.
Nothing quite captures family bonding than watching someone get executed with a nice side of food.
And ice cream.
Yep. So
Still, I just enjoy I would just taste the Dairy Kings.
That was a family pastime back in the early 20th century.
Yeah, watching people hang.
Yep.
Even alcohol was present, even during baptisms and
Yeah.
executions.
So yep. So we take
What's
take the bodies,
beer?
and obviously we take them to a place where they'll be nice and safe and contained. For the moment, we'll make sure that that what's his name is kept unconscious, whereas
Holly
the
or
younger
Robert?
one, well, the dad, is going to be kept unconscious.
Robert.
Yeah. Whereas the daughter, on the other hand, we're going to let her start waking up, and specifically, she's going to be waking up in the brainwashing chair.
Can I be there, Seawell, for this?
Let me see what put my California dream girl voice one more time.
She's fucking gagged. I refuse to let her talk.
Ty, we know you're a good GM, but no.
No. She's in the chair. She's got the weird goggles on that keep her eyes open while keeping a saline solution so they keep nice and wet. And she's looking at that weird projector thing.
And I'm just with the switch, ready to flip it on.
Yeah. And I'm just standing there by the door, by it, and I'm going like, have a good rest, Holly.
You're a Cali girl.
Don't worry, Holly. We'll make sure you're put to good work. We just got to break your mind first. Make sure you're loyal.
And I'll look at you, Seawall.
Yep.
Say anything, and then flip the switch.
Yep. And the brainwashing begins. She'll become loyal to the Gearman and only the Gearman.
And what are you gonna do with Robert?
Still working on that one.
Remember, since the family lord team got hang,
yeah,
his empire goes to his brother.
I know, that's fine. I might be able to use him as a test subject for something. So containing him for now. I don't have a ton of druids to test on. And Holly, we're going to be one thing we're going to do with Holly is we're going to plastic surgery her to make her look different. Second is I'm literally going full on like identity death with this brainwashing. Her name is not Holly anymore.
All right, what is it now?
So what name should we give her, guys?
Ashley.
That works. And she has no last name. She was an orphan. Basically her backstory is, she doesn't remember much of her past because it was pretty horrific. She comes from one of the war-torn areas, and she was just kind of became a druid to survive, and she eventually ended up on our shores and now works as part of our agricultural corps, using her magic to enhance the crops.
Oh, believe me, Veb is going to be employing her because, after all, the hops, the barley.
Yeah,
all that good stuff.
Yeah. Also, as I said, use her natural knowledge to make things better.
And he will be providing her a nice, roof over her head, 3 squares a day. After all.
Yeah, she'll get decent workers' quarters. Yep. and she'll be. And
So
she'll be,
Holly 4 is no more Ashley is her new name.
Yep. I'm guessing this is going to take weeks of work.
Actually, no.
Oh,
Holly is
Jesus.
very skilled, but also very young, and as you can
Stupid.
see, a very fullest California style girl. It's
Got
gonna
it. So
take at
she's
least
got
a
an
week. It's
exceedingly
gonna take at
weak
least a week
will.
or two tops.
Yeah.
Even with all the alcohol forced into her.
No, don't alcohol. We're doing this purely with the. I'm not doing any. I'm not going to be using any drugs or anything like that. I want it to hold.
Ah,
Yeah, this is like really fucked up hypnosis shit we're doing, man.
So the as that is going on, as Theo's trying.
Quick question, actually. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go
Elise.
ahead.
By any chance, as you know, there's medication that makes someone more relaxed mentally, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I basically make a more
you're
make a
unaware of this. We haven't
yeah,
told you about a lot of our
yeah,
secret stuff.
I know. I'm just saying, is it possible at some point in the future, if I am brought in on this,
Yeah.
for me to make up a concoction that makes them very suggestive?
You're gonna have to make a very
Yeah,
Like
skilled
we'll work on it.
alchemy
Yeah,
check.
it'll be a series of alchemy checks. So
like a truth serum?
no, it's basically something meant to lower their mental defenses. Think devil's
Basi-
breath.
Basically it's like a relaxant. You know how people
Yeah.
tend to get stressed easily? I'm trying to basically think about making something like that in the future.
Well, I mean, technically, what we'd want to do is if we really wanted to, some sort of relaxant combined with elements of LSD, is basically what we want to make. Just so basically their brain is in a highly malleable state. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the nice thing about this is not being done through magic, so that memory erase spells, it can't be reversed easily. Powerful magic sure could restore their mind, but so.
So as you know, this is all going on with the brainwash and all that. My guy will at least every day check on the panda bear.
Yeah.
He's gonna check on the panda bear, see how he's holding up.
He's alive. He's well, and while he's still pressing his martial arts because sometimes you just can't get that shit out of you.
Oh yeah, and you know every time I see him, he gets big old belly rubs.
Yeah.
He gets belly rubs.
He
All right,
he
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 had big old,
laughs and he smiles and licks your face.
yeah.
You got
Yeah, he my friend. I will protect friend.
Like
I will kill
the
whole settlements. To
the
protect
only he
friend.
hears about a little bit of laughter over the a little bit of laughter over the radio for the shadows like oh my god, he pulled that off.
What the?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was in an open mic. Ah, so down in Hope Southern Hope Valley, we found one of the He explains like we found one of the entrances to Lord Grande's manor, if you will. He went in with two succubuses.
I'm sorry.
From
What?
He went in with two succubuses, straight from the Demon Prince's army. To pretty much the Demon Prince, pretty much heard that the Demon, from some of our context, that the succubuses are working with the corrupted paladins to bring some of the Sorcerer Council to their side. And
Hey,
the first target was Lord Grande. That went up of smoke very badly. How badly? They came out as half orcs. As half elves.
are you
In other
wait?
words, he got them to both fall in love with him.
Did I'm just gonna say on the
And these are
in this.
two unrelated succubi. They're not one of the three
Yeah, I
sisters
know.
we still have contained, right?
Yeah, two unrelated succubi.
Yeah.
The demon prince is like, okay, these succubi are lost. I'm gonna make a new. I'm going to send new succubi to the surface, and their mission, and they're gonna team up the corrupt paladins, and their mission is to corrupt someone from the Sorcerer Council, so it gets some influence and power.
Okay. Well, next thing I want to test.
And like I said, that went up in smoke because the first person they targeted was the legendary bard.
My guy's just gonna just say in the open shadows frequency so everyone hear this. Like he's just shocked by it. Everyone's gonna say, "How much sex drive does this fucker have?"
Yes.
All he says is yes. That's
Yes.
your answer.
Okay, so now the you know who's not been getting much love? The middle succubus sister. The youngest, she's living in basically a gilded cage. And I'm basically I'm using the three sisters as different ways to test how to get compliance out of outsiders. How's the eldest sister doing for compliance training with the starvation diet?
She's pretty much begging for, well, you know.
Yeah, food. She wants food. So I've got to figure out how we can bind her. The middle sister, I'm not really. She's just been kind of on a diet, making sure to keep her weak, but not full on starvation.
Yeah.
More of a weight loss diet, as she's hungry, but still got her faculties. Yeah, we'll have her dragged into a specially made room in the northern facility. We're gonna test the gas on her to see what happens to an outsider. An inherently magical creature, what happens when it inhales the anti-magic gas? Do we have a new weapon against them?
I actually have to
No.
think about what will happen if
Yeah.
a magical creature gets hit with an anti-magic gas.
Yeah. Anti-magic.
Obviously, the thing that boosts up by magic is gone, as well as their spells or abilities. But what will happen to the creature itself?
Yeah. I'm just checking. What was it? Invisible barrier. Okay, I'm looking for a normal creature can enter the area. Furthermore, magic. While a magic creature does not function, the sword still works. I'm seeing if there's anything about magic creatures.
Guess we gotta make this up on the fly.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, this barrier is impervious to magical effects, including spells, spell-like abilities, and supernatural abilities. So whatever. So unless I think there's what was it? All magic counts as suppressed dirt. So it probably suppress a lot of her abilities.
Yeah, I think I just said that, but I'm trying to figure out what happens to her as a person.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because obviously you can't. Obviously, she won't turn into a normal human because you have to fall in love. But because the second has to fall in love, for one turn back to a human.
There is a step in between human and demon. Tiefling. Would she kind of become a tiefling at that point? She'd still have her, her demonic features, but
that actually makes sense. She didn't fall in love, but she had her magic stripped from her.
And the thing is, she'll revert because this gas isn't permanent. But I'm assuming that writhing in pain as she's kind of in a sense forcibly transformed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that would probably make sense. Obviously, she's gonna be in pain, so
yeah.
Hopefully, you keep her in a soundproof room. But other than that,
oh no, Oh no, we've got her. We've got her in a basically in a hole in a cell. We got a microphone on the inside because this is like a research thing, man. We want to record
because unlike the succubus's normal abilities, their wars are forced to change instead of changing willingly.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm checking her abilities. Yeah, obviously all the magic is gone. Yeah. So yeah, energy drain and profane gift just disappear. We have a new way to contain demonic creatures. And
Hell
and
yeah.
devils. Yeah. Yeah, because they're SU supernatural abilities. So obviously she loses her alter self and just kind of revert to a kind of a form that's similar to her natural form. But she'd be a tiefling. All of her spell likes are gone. I think she still have her claws because those are natural.
Yeah, because that's not magical. That's physical.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she could still slash, but
Yeah.
obviously it's not going to be much strength behind those slashes this time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, there's not much strength in a succubus to begin with. They don't really use the.
Yeah, I know. They're used to charm and
Yeah.
their bodies to lure men in.
Yeah, they use things like vampiric touch, dominate person, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Still kind of funny. Still kind of funny.
Yeah.
Grande has succubuses fall in love with him, which means they still keep their powers. It's just normal humans again. They're just normal. Well, in this case,
Yeah.
half elves.
Yeah.
You find a way to strip the power from them and turn them to tieflings.
effective tieflings. So I go, I base it once the pain stops. I kind of hit the button, so I'm now transmitting in the cell. Subject 01, describe the feelings you're experiencing right now.
She tries to use dominate person on you, but fails miserably.
Yeah, just doesn't work anymore. Yeah.
Wait, why my body change? She tries to morph it. She tries to morph it to his form, but that's not working.
Subject 01, describe the feelings you're experiencing right now, or you will be punished.
What is this feeling? I can't use my magic. I can't form into anything else. I can't form into anything else? Am I a tiefling? I can't use my magic at all. I feel weak, but for the first
I also
time...
imagine the hunger is gone, too.
Huh?
I would imagine the hunger is gone, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the hunger's for something else and not well, you know.
Yep. I have I call for basically a tray of food to be brought from the cafeteria, and then it'll be slid through the door. Slid through, like a little airlock slot thing.
She eats the food
eat the food
as her last meal.
Yeah.
And while she gains some strength back, she's still a little strange about her new form.
Yeah. I tell the guards she gets I check how long does the gas last?
Currently, I say about 5. Okay, actually, let me let the dice.
I would argue it's probably more like hours because it's a lot weaker than the
Yeah.
injected stuff.
Yeah, 3 hours before she starts
Okay.
to revert back.
Got it. About when that happens, we'll have people go in there and she'll be injected with the liquid, with the injectable form. That's a lot tougher and has much longer term. Have we gotten that up to a week yet?
Well, for the gas,
No, for the injectable version.
you got to a couple of days. It's not quite up to a week yet.
Okay.
So you could make an alchemy check to see if I
Improve
can
it.
see how wrong I am.
Yeah. I want me to roll alchemy to see if I've been able to improve it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then it'll be 44 plus 62.
With a couple of tweaks and twisted formula, you could get up to a week now.
Okay. Got it. She's now on a weekly injection. She's still a prisoner, but she'll be put into a new special cell that has basically an emergency gas release that can gas her if we need to, in case it's not working.
That was that I didn't expect.
Yep. So, what do I need to roll to make the actual factory for the gas?
Let me double check.
Yeah.
I probably know. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Yep.
Yeah, crafting.
Which it would be machinery.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's one of my specialties. Okay, so machinery.
And of course, and you can help as well if you're skilled at that.
I think I'm the only one with craft machinery. $58.
The process is getting started.
Okay, got it. So we still can do small batch production for now.
Yeah.
But so, yep. So yeah, factory's coming online, guys. Hey, I've got a thought, guys. Do you guys want to look into try to make a drug that that is extremely addictive to magic users?
Yes.
Is my character be included in this topic?
Yes.
I don't know how
Well,
I feel about that for the
yeah.
fact that I'm also a magic user, but
Well, okay, the idea is yeah. So okay, so I'm assuming that by a certain point, Nameless has pretty much picked up that we are not the biggest fans of the Sorcerer Council here, especially with all the propaganda around. That's slowly getting more and more anti-magic.
and honestly, my character is all for like having people be willing to stretch out for areas that is non-reliant on magic. That he is
Yeah.
fine with. He just doesn't know how to feel about the drug compartment because like there
Yeah.
are also good, reliable people for that. Since
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, we don't give it to people we like. We slip it into the Sorcerer Republic and the Starlight Kingdom, places like that. Whereas at the same
Oh.
time, our guys are good at cracking down on people trying to sell it.
Oh,
So,
for the
yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
that the Starlight Kingdom, the one with the
The first
President.
lady and the president, yeah. So
Yeah.
technically Starlight
where they-
Republic.
yeah, because it's not a democracy. They don't want a democracy. They want a what do they want?
Somebody,
well,
somebody wants
technically
to make it. Yeah.
the Democracy Republic, same as the United States. I'm just calling it Republic because
Yeah. All right,
it
then yeah.
flows off the time a little easier.
Yeah.
So,
Weaken our
so
enemies.
technically, it's Democratic Republic.
Yeah, weaken our enemies. Pull a fucking opium wars on this shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll have a little meeting. We'll Nameless, you'll be brought into the fold. Guys, do we have like a meeting room in the castle now? Or should we have the special meeting room north of the mines?
Probably north of the mines,
Yeah.
somewhere where.
Well, I'm thinking we build like because it's I'll have it built into the face of the mountain overlooking this. It's nearby the office I have there, workshop and office I have there. So
Yeah, that could
yep. So
work in in this room. There'll be us in the room, and then like there's probably like scaffolding. And there's a shadow standing at attention, just watching.
yep. So yeah. So Nameless. One day you're kind of escorted up to the mines. I'm assuming at one point you've been to the mines to at least help set up the clinic there. But you didn't know how deep the mines actually go. And you find that there's actually a little steam-powered tram system that's in kind of a hidden area that leads to the other side of it, where there is a bustling industrial facility. And then you're brought up to basically secret workshops. You're brought up to like a secret command and control center. I've got to imagine the Shadow HQ's here as well. Lee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not, like you're escorted by normal gearmen, but then as soon as you got on this train and down this new facility, you see two different individuals. Faces fully covered, only see their eyes.
Yeah.
And they don't even say a word. They just escort you to a room.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say anything to them?
Mhm.
Are you gonna refuse them?
I'm-
Are you gonna
I'm-
refuse to follow them, or are you gonna follow them?
I'm gonna follow them because I'm, honestly, so far the group has been honest to me. They haven't been deceitful to me anything yet.
We've hidden
For all
things
I know,
from
just
you,
added,
but
it's for all I know, this is just added security to make sure I stay on path.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
these
yeah,
two
I'm
will
gonna
follow
follow.
you, and if you want, you can try and make a perception check, and you will see they won't. It seems like they don't even have any weapons on them.
So
Well, actually, no. Make a
roll
perception check.
plus 17.
Yeah. Oh, not only that, but you do actually see signs pointing towards gold reserves.
I'm gonna spend a spell charge to reroll that.
Wait,
Do you want to do your hero point?
You have one
You-
hero
you
point,
one
so use
reroll
that
perception.
first.
Yeah, you have
It
one
doesn't
here.
cost anything.
Wait, don't I have divine insurance? Use a spell to reroll.
You have one hero
have a
point,
hero
use that
point.
first. If you failed that, then use
Yeah,
your,
you have a hero
your
point.
spells.
That,
Alright.
that comes free every session.
Yeah.
All right, so D-roll
might as well use
20 plus 17, 24.
24.
Ty, what would be the? Would that be enough for him to see the weapons that the shadow has? You know, the one that I got from you from the one arms dealer. You know that.
Oh,
the gauntlet?
the Assassin's Creed knife.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
Does he? All right. So yeah, you're trying to find weapons on them. You don't think they're guards at first, but you can't tell if they do have weapons or not. You just know. Just so yeah, you're following them. They're not saying anything to you. They're just escorting you.
Let me know when you're ready, okay?
Yeah,
And
so,
do you want to make another perception check?
Sure.
Go ahead.
26.
Okay, vaguely. I will say vaguely. Actually, no. I want to roll this to see if you can make out. Let me double check.
Rolling a stealth check.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
damn.
By the grace of the
Yeah.
dice gods, I beat you.
Well, no. This. So yeah, you're walking around, and you thought, like you look, like you think it's just these two. You get the feeling you're being watched, and as you look around, you see other individuals in the same outfit, just in different areas,
And they're
watching
all
you.
Hmm.
But they're like trying to stay hidden. They're not. It doesn't seem like there's like no ill tilt behind them. They're just watching you.
So basically, they're just watching me I'm like in a crow's position, right? Like, you know how the sneaky people are just sitting on a perch, right?
Yeah, either on a perch or peeking through a corner. Some hiding in the shadows that you
I
thought
just
was just. You see like a dark bit of a room, and you think, "Oh, there's no light," and then you make out what seems to be a person watching you. You almost had to do a double take
so
to be like, "Is that a
I'm
person?"
just gonna ask one of the people that are just perched, staring down, think I can't see them. You need some medicine for using the bathroom or something? You constipated or something?
They're not gonna say anything. They're just watching you.
Yeah.
Just slinks back into the darkness. So yeah, and then finally you'll be led to a door.
Yep.
And there won't even be a knock. They will stand on each side of the door. One of them will open up the door and usher you through.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And
Right.
inside, I can do the decor. There's a kind of
a circular U-shaped kind of large table with seats around it, very council-like. In the center of it is a circular table, kind of a map of the world, with little Gearman flags placed on it in various areas. And it shows that there's Gearman influence quite a bit out there now.
Hmm.
And yeah, so and at the head of the table is me, just kind of looking over some notes.
Yeah, but
Obviously kind of lower ranked gearmen kind of running around, acting as assistants and things like that.
I'm more looking at the map. Like you see my guy actually wearing his Gearman officer's uniform as he's talking with some Gearmen that seem to be a little bit
Yep.
higher in rank
ass-
as he's like going over the map of battle plans or contingencies, all that.
Yep. I'm assuming Kiri, you'll be there too, since we're inducting a new member to our little council.
Carrie?
Kiri?
Thanks, ZFK.
He's no, okay, we could still say he's in here. It's just he's sleeping. He drank a little too much. There's a little
Yeah.
specialty room for him.
Yeah. What about you, Jim Pan? Are you here for to induct the newest member?
No, I heard him say-
Chimpan, I heard you, but
Yes.
Yep.
all right.
So. I'm forgetting the name of your character. It's been a little while.
Kiri.
Ki-
Okay, sorry. No, not Kiri. Koshu. Or
Koshu.
Hiji.
This is Wolf.
For short.
Koshu. Hiji, as you said, is the short name. Koji's the full
Hi-
name.
Koshuke is the first name. Hijiro is the last name. So, and for short terms, you can call him Koshu or Hiji.
Welcome, Hiji. Welcome to the real Gearman.
Ha. Neat.
Yeah, we've been
I
We've been watching you
got some reports from my shadows that you used a very dark spell to keep the bar safe.
After all, knowledge is power.
Yes, it is. So, do you want to join? You have an immense knowledge, especially in the medical field, that have been invaluable days. I'm hoping to extend an offer to you. And I gesture over to an empty seat at the table. A seat at the table. But I'm not. But for you to learn anything more, you have to accept it and know that once you do, you're involved forever. There's no walking away.
So this is like a syndicate.
More like, I wouldn't call it a syndicate. We do involve in the underworld, but I find it pretty distasteful, and it doesn't give me the power needed to implement what needs to be done.
So a secret council?
That works. Or a secret society, some call them that.
Is there anything I should be made aware of before I make my choice?
Well, if I reveal anything, I would have giving out details that could be against us.
Fair enough. So simply, if I choose to join, I am basically in it. We all keep our own personal secrets, but as long as we do not impact the overall council, it is fine.
Oh yes, as long as I've got my own secret projects that I'm running, that I've not involved the rest of the council here with. We all have our various assets, as you can tell. My friend here, Scrap, has his little shadows that float around. So we each have different elements, but we all come together in concert.
All right then.
Yeah.
I will be willing to join then.
Then take your seat.
I go and take a slowly but cautiously move to my seat.
Yep. It's a comfortable chair. Very comfy.
Very, very comfy.
Nice armrests. Everything, nice plush armrest. Nice like a padded armrest. Good seat. Good lumbar support too.
Yeah, nice.
And jokingly, there may be a button that will make it a massage chair next.
No, I haven't invented that yet. That's been low on the priority list, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately.
so now I need to inform you of what the end goal is of our little organization. You've seen how I've pushed technology pretty far.
Yes, and it's quite benefited the majority of the population who is unable to use magic.
Yes. And what has prevented that technology from taking hold until this point?
Magic, due to constant obstination for sticking with the norms of, oh, hey, magic's here, we can just rely off of that instead of thinking of long-term goals for what happens if the limited amount of people that have magic were to suddenly disappear. We'd
Exactly.
be in quite an
Which is
advantageous
why
position.
this is why this has been officially brought into development. And I open a little box that I've got in front of me, and I have someone carefully bring a little vial of a clear liquid to you.
What is that exactly?
An anti-magic serum.
And I'm going to be like leaning a bit back from that.
Don't worry, that one requires ingestion or injection to work.
Okay.
Though there is a gas variant of it.
And I'm immediately just raising my eyebrow. An
Don't worry.
aerosolytic solution?
Yes, it's being produced, and I kind of turn around and I point at, well, it will be produced there, and you see there's a new factory being built.
So, how exactly does the aerosol one work? Is it basically via inhalation or
Inhalation.
skin contact? Okay.
Inhalation is what we had to do for now. So a proper gas mask can protect you somewhat. We haven't done full tests on that as of yet. We've also found something interesting. Bring her in, and then being brought in. Leaf, you recognize this person. It's one of the succubi that we captured. The middle sister. Though she looks different. She looks like a tiefling. And she's not wearing cold iron chain, just regular manacles. As she's kind of dragged in by a couple of gearmen.
William, I've seen it's been through a very big breakthrough, I see.
Yes. We now can contain demons and devils.
I know all this is a shock to you, with all info that you were getting.
In all honesty, the fact alone that you are able to make demons no longer a threat is quite an astounding feat, to say the least. As how long has the demons and devils been a problem that ever breached into our realm?
Oh, constant.
Yes.
Yeah.
My point exactly.
Now we have a alchemical weapon to use against them. The gas lasts about 3 hours. That is long enough to deploy into the field and then send in crews to contain them, and then give them the injectable version, which lasts about a week.
How to what degree of demons is it able to affect?
Well, we've gotten a pretty powerful succubus, so I'm imagining it works its way up pretty high. Though, obviously, the most powerful it may not work against or only be partially effective. But even partial effectiveness means that what was once a great demon lord is now not much more powerful than maybe one of his field officers, which means they're easier to potentially take down.
Coupled with the fact that the Gearmen alone have been receiving training in anti-demon training, and our weapons have also been improved to combat the demon threat. safe to say that we'll be able to hold our own against even the most powerful of demons.
Interesting.
The next
There is
thing.
one.
And where do I come in on this whole plan?
Well, you have medical and alchemical knowledge, quite good medical knowledge at that. We need somebody making sure the population is healthy and continues to grow because we're foot soldiers. Because there's only so far subtle influence will get you.
And since I'm a more widely known public figure for the daily health standards, you want me to make sure that this does not become a problem for standard health living.
Well, no, this I'm not worried about this. This is a side thing. This is more a weapon. I'm more worried about the population having to face things like disease as the population grows. We've already instituted sanitation with a fully functioning sewer system. We've already reduced infant mortality significantly. Disease is not eliminated, but severely reduced. But the problem is, there's only so many things I can do in a day. I need you to continue on the medical side of things.
I can certainly try to investigate more into the antibiotics industry as well as also other instances of boosting the white cell blood count, as well as also looking into how to identify cross compatibility with the different blood types for transfusions on the field.
That'll be invaluable, especially since we don't know how compatible interspecies is. Can an elf accept human blood, for example?
Yes, the white blood cell system can never really accept other different variations. What depends on the variable blood types for identifiability for the identity of the white blood cell system.
Yes. Yes, but the next thing is that little vial you're holding there is not the end game of the anti-magic.
You want to make it permanent, don't you?
Not in chemical form. As he kind of slides over a journal to you, his journal.
Mm-hmm.
As you open it up, you see kind of anti-magic circle concepts and bizarre towers that seemingly are tied to that.
A full-on anti-magic array.
Yes. Thus, technology will be completely in control, though we'll use a small amount of magic. As you know with the backpack boilers, they use a very simple and low-level spell to operate. Something that anyone can learn. As he, demonstrates really quickly and does a Everheat rune on just like a little piece of slate. I'm sure you know how to do this rune. It's common.
Yes.
Common. Yeah.
I assume those in the dedicated medical field who are loyal will be allowed to still maintain their magic.
Oh yes,
in order
those that will make sure that technology has room to grow will, of course, have access to their magic.
Then
why would we restrict it? From ourselves, take it from our enemies, obviously, but from ourselves.
I am not fully aware of everything as of yet. I'm just learning right now from what you are telling me so far. So
Yeah.
I have my questions to ask every now and then.
Oh yes, obviously I'll keep all of this secret.
Of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of questions, like I will look at you, Nameless. What are you really?
You'll
As
have
you
to
know,
be more. I am a doctor after all, and take up gunslinging on the side.
Yeah.
yes, but using
Scrap.
the spells that
Let
you
him keep a
get.
few secrets for now, as just as we're keeping a few things from him ourselves. We can allow a few secrets to exist.
Yes, sir.
But
I will say though, your work in the medical community, especially with the union, especially with the doctors as well, has been a big improvement. Let's say I was really happy with the work that you're doing there, Doctor.
Of course. As a doctor, I am dedicated to my craft of providing aid.
Yes, and reading over your things when you first came, saying you were searching for because magic. Well, magic doesn't also affect technology, but also medical technology. Say it for yourself. When you first came here and you were asked, what was the reason for your visit? What was it that you said again? Magic has been basically stagnant in medical growth.
Yes. From the way how people have been viewing it and just viewing it as all that is needed.
So you can also see how even the common folk who don't know magic can be at a severe disadvantage if they don't pay for either a potion or even anyone who can use healing magic.
Yes, when even though it is practically no issue to cast certain types of magic spells for medical aid.
But all in all, I am glad that you have decided to join our goal. If there's anything you need help with in the future, you can let me know and I will do the best to help you out, as I have done with William. And I did hear that you said you have some questions.
So far, I have no questions as of now, as William has already answered. Although I do not know if William is your true name or not. As
Yes,
far
it
as...
is.
okay. Don't know if he was using a fake name or not.
No. I'm the. I might be. I might operate part of the Gearman in the shadows, but the Gearman is still a public organization.
Other than that, I have no questions as yet. I will ask you as I have more questions to ask. But for now, my curiosity has been sated.
Yes. Now, on to a different proposal that's much less cloak and dagger. He goes. We've come up with some technologies, and he'll have some of them brought in that should allow us to operate in the northern wastes, figure out what's up there. Now we have a couple of different options on the table for figuring out how to figure out how we will wish to explore it. We have two methods: from the air and from the ground. From the ground, we'll be utilizing my squall, modified to handle the extreme cold. But from the air, we'll be up arming my dirigible. The dirigible is less combat capable, but can move much more quickly.
Could you elaborate on what the dirigible is again?
Yeah, it's my airship.
So
You
basically you will just be up armoring to prevent any
up arm,
accidental
up arm.
ignitions.
No. That's already been done. That's already been done. I don't want the thing exploding on me. Up arm. It's gonna have its machine guns replaced with a couple of those flak cannons.
All right then, and I assume it'll be adjusted for more thermal
Yes.
or
Yep,
thermal maintaining.
I'll be modifying it to operate in extreme cold. The
Yeah.
Squall has more overall weapons, but obviously doesn't move nearly as quickly and will have to trudge its way through the snow. An advantage, though, is we could potentially have a team with us.
Hmm.
Whereas with the other thing, it's kind of all eggs in one basket. Because their target is this, and I kind of have a different map brought up of the Northern Wastes. There's rumors of an extremely rich mine up here that used to be mined, that used to be exploited many, many years prior. But then the cold hit.
Hmm.
And the plan is setting up a facility up there, much like this one, but even bigger.
From my understanding, as long as the icing conditions can be dealt with and frostbite is dealt with, I'd say the aerial one is more solid, as the response time for delivering to the frozen tundras up north would be much faster via air than via ground, which would possibly leave the ground assets open to ambush unless there's a tunnel dug all the way through the mountains.
The actual plan is not to do an underground tunnel, but instead to build a raised and reinforced rail line, utilizing liquid stone ties and some of the more expensive but thermally stable steel alloys we have available.
Hmm.
And then utilize an armored and thermally insulated train.
So how quickly do we have a time frame to do this?
I prefer to deploy sooner rather than later.
Then yes, I agree with the air. The mains via air is the fastest way to start checking it out to see if it's worthy of a venture to go there in the first place.
Yes. And an advantage the aircraft also has, I can bring my squall with us if we need to go down.
Yes. Then yes, I have no reason to contest with the idea of going via air.
The next plan, but also as you're concerned for temperature control once it's up there, my plan is to build a settlement that will grow into a city. It'll be running off of, we'll have mining teams drill straight down and tap into the heat of the planet beneath us itself.
That seems like a fairly decent idea. Until then, people can use igloos, as they tend to not allow any heat transfer.
No, we'll have special pop-up shelters that'll be designed.
Oh, you already have
and large portable boilers that will make sure the area remains warm, similar to what you see out there. As I kind of point out to the outside, and you can see kind of radiators that are set up at various locations. Though this facility runs off of one of those a geothermal boiler.
Seems like you've already thought of everything.
Yes, I have to. I'm not exact. I'm fighting against. I'm fighting against the status quo, as it were.
The new versus the old.
Yes. It's time for the era of magic to end. The era of steel and steam is the next one.
Brilliant.
Yes. Then once the facility is up and running, my thought is that because it's going to be in a much more this area is very defensible and hard to get to. An enemy trying to get through the northern wastes. My thought is to move our various critical production, dismantle the production lines here and move them up there once it's ready, and then move the most loyal up to it and make it a self-sufficient community. Make it a seat of power.
Yes. Quite amazing.
Yes. Yeah. And at the center of the city would be a tower. Would be a bit of a spire and tower. That would be a control system, high enough up that it also allows for the landing of dirigibles and any other potential floating aircraft.
Quite interesting.
Yes. But in the meantime, I've got to continue my propaganda efforts to try to get more people to move to our side. As you've seen on the map, we've already got complete control of this nation. But we have and we have extremely strong growing influence out in Hope Valley and what was once the Goldsmith Kingdom.
All right, then. I will be putting in my best efforts to deal with the medical areas while you focus on your other goals.
Yes.
As another thing, my guy will approach Nameless. He'll give a little bow. I am sorry for having my organization spy on you these past couple of weeks. It was only as a precautionary measure to see if you're a person willing to join our ranks. If you would have known the past few weeks, you were being spied on by my organization. No ill will ever. Just to see if you were the type of person that would be loyal to join our side. I hope I
It
haven't offended
is.
you in any.
It is understandable.
On another note, as I have done for William, I have done for Veb, I have done for you as well. You will have a small personal guard of shadows. They'll still work with you, but they'll help you in the background, keep you safe if anyone tries anything to threaten your life. Their main goal is to make sure that you live, and they'll protect you at all costs, even if they have to sacrifice themselves. I'll get the I'll get them ready. Of course, if you would like to meet them, that is fine. Though mind you that these shadows are very secretive individuals, so they rarely talk.
Ah,
As you
so
were as you probably saw when you were being escorted here.
I was wondering why they were sitting like that. Thought they actually had constipation.
No, just their ways of keeping an eye out to make sure you were didn't just try to run away. But I will get a personal contingent of shadows to make sure to keep you safe. Of course, they will watch you, make sure you are kept protected. As you may know, there are still people out there that only see magic as the only way. Some even the most extreme capacities that resort to violence to make sure magic is the one all be all. Who thinks us modernizing and all this medical is nothing more than a farce. Some will protest, some will try it with violence.
Hmm.
It has always happened to William before, and it would probably happen to you if you rub some people the wrong way, even if you don't know it or not.
I can
Everyone wants to hold a
understand that.
grudge.
From that, I can understand. Some people are not really socially reasonable.
They see it as their way and the only way. That, of course, has caused some problems, but contingencies have been placed for that. And if your life is ever in very severe danger, where even the shadows are not confident to fully protect you, you will be made aware. You'll, of course, have to be put in hiding for a couple of weeks and have your name be spread out to different areas to hopefully throw off the trail. If that ever does happen, we will
Hmm.
let you know beforehand.
I appreciate that.
No, look back, William. That was all I gotta say. No, head back.
Oh, that was an interesting minute. That was an entertaining few minutes.
He's being inducted into our little
Huh?
organization. We've inducted him into our little organization. So
Say again?
we've inducted Nameless into the little organization. So
I know, I know.
And
I'm playing
and
around.
and and seeing as
The only thing that
what
happens is that as you walk out the cave, you see a bunch of well, corrupted paladins, pretty much laid out by your new hell by your new Hell Knight squad, and your favorite drill sergeant of hell stepping on the throat of their commander.
ah working as hard as ever. And before we all left, my guy would basically like call it in, and some shadows would bring in some drinks. My guy would take a glass, and they would give it to each one of you, and I'll say a toast to our newest member.
Yep.
As I raise it up and drink.
I assume Veb is taking out the good stuff.
Of
Oh, yeah.
course.
Oh, there you are, Veb. We were trying to get you. We were asking if you would also be in our little underground secret meeting room to induct Nameless into our little organization.
Oh,
we have.
absolutely.
Yeah, so
I think you asked me like when I was just heading out just to feed my cat.
Is there anything you want to add to the conversation?
I think I can really think of outside of specific phrases like danger words. About pretty much what I can think of.
Yep, and my guy will, as we're all leaving, I'll meet our nice drill sergeant from hell, and I'll ask her, how's it going with the
Fine. I'm just about to lose my oath because my oath says I can't. I can't kill someone that's surrendering, and I'm about to do that right now for attacking my men.
ah well, oaths can be a little bit of a problem. Allow me, and I'll just walk up. Is he on the ground still?
He's on the ground.
No.
He's.
I'll put my hand on his neck and then activate my blade. Goes right through his throat.
Oh, well, I'll say, Sergeant, have you ever thought that maybe your oaths have been holding you back from doing what needs to be done?
Well, it's not the first time. Well, as you can see, when we first met, it's not the first time I got stripped my oath because, well, sometimes justice needs a fine, strong hand.
No, I mean you've seen how our men operate. It's a new form of warfare. Why not retrain yourself into that? Stop being a paladin, and just join us completely. Become a gearman.
My guy will.
You can see that the gear hit her gearman to do that crisscross slash I say earlier. So it's not magic, it's skill that she's using.
Yeah, and
And
basically
with that, roll me
diplomacy.
diplomacy with advantage because, like I said, it's not the first time she lost her oath.
Yep, and as when we was talking about that, my guy's
33.
cleaning. He's cleaning his assassin blade because he got a little bit of blood on it. It's like
Yeah.
these guys are always so.
She's highly thinking about it. Like
Think of all the good work you could do.
like that would that actually would help.
Especially
Besides, the pay and food is better.
Oh yeah, you ever read paladin ore scraps? Why they most of paladin ore? Well, the good paladin ore runs at Emso's restaurant.
I still get so many of them coming in every week. It's ridiculous. I was almost thinking of setting up a little kitchen wherever the paladins are stationed, so they stop coming because I know they. Because
Trust me, trust me, you're gonna get a lot of business if you set up with that. Problem is you don't know. Problem is we wouldn't know what's the good paladins, which are these guys.
and I'll look at William. Now I'll walk up to William and I'll whisper, "Should I show her the note?"
Which one's that?
It's the paper I got from interrogating that one demon assassin of all the paladins who are corrupted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. Since
And
she's fully joining our side.
I'll pull it on. I think you would like to see this. And I'll just hand her the paper. interrogating a demon assassin that was after someone, we were able to interrogate info, very reliable info, and they gave up names of the corrupted paladins. And I'll hand her the note. You can read for yourself.
She looks at the note and is like, motherfucker, Steelmore was right. But I didn't know how many officers was corrupted.
All of them.
As you can see, you thought it was only a few. Of course, many people thought, of course, you hoping that it was only a few, but it seems to reach far more than even I even expected.
Just do me a favor, don't show us the blood plight. If he sees that, he's gonna literally go to Steelmore and gonna try to cut down the Paladin Order by himself.
Oh no, I haven't shown him yet. You and William are the only people, besides myself, who have seen this info. I am working on contingents in case these corrupted paladins better come for any bullshit excuse to go against William. At least have
I
a nice
guess
safe.
there's only one thing left to do.
Well,
And she punches you in the face.
punches me in the face.
You understand why? He's like, sorry,
Oh, yeah.
sorry I had to do that, but
Ah,
sorry I had to do that, but I'm no longer a paladin now. I attacked an innocent.
and my guy will, wipe the little blood off his mouth, he'll spit it out, and he'll tell the shadows that were probably pointing weapons at her, he'll tell the shadows not to do. It's like, it's alright. Just one thing, a little bit of warning next time. At least I want to prepare myself before.
Sorry if I warned you, you're not innocent.
Well, and I'll walk up to her, my hand out. Welcome.
Yeah. It's gonna be strange
Don't worry.
without healing magic, so why
Don't worry.
would I want to scale more than magic anyway?
See, I'll reach out my hand for her to give a handshake. I'll say,
She
"Don't worry,
she
I'm not
shakes
going to
her
punch you
hand.
back." Yeah, I'm going to say, "Don't worry, I'm not going to punch you back."
She reaches
I bet
out her
it'll work.
hand and shakes it.
Well, William, I guess we can welcome a new member. And my guy's gonna. I'm gonna see. Let's see our doctor. He'll be able to help out. I think he almost cracked a tooth.
Yeah, before I joined the Order, I've been more than a few fist fights.
They don't call you the drill sergeant from hell for nothing.
I guess technically I'm no longer a sergeant, so I guess my name's Sorcerer Saint. Sorry, Asura. I should think of a last name for her, but
Of course, I'll work with you and with William to get you in a very respectable position within the Gearman. Something that will suit your abilities real well. And as in like clockwork, I'll pull out a sheet and I'll be like, oh, and also here's some of the perks of being a Gearman. And she also sees that she can get time off, quested leave. Like, imagine all the good stuff like an employer will give someone. That's what she gets. Plus, also a 20% discount Enzo's Tavern for any food or alcohol.
Jesus, this is better than you were already.
Yes, we make sure that we're not forcing the Gearmen to think of this as them being worked to death. They're professional soldiers, after all. Professionals, even at a time, need rest and relaxation every now and then.
I think just for system giggles, how much would that punch took if
Yeah, roll,
Ju-
roll the punch damage. I don't mind.
It'll probably just be what I think. Gauntlet's like a D3 plus. Oh
Uh,
no!
yeah. I forgot to
Strength.
give her her gauntlet. I forgot.
So, yeah, it'd be like a D4 or something like that, plus whatever her strength modifier is. Unless she's not wearing a gauntlet right now, and then she's
No, she is wearing her gauntlet. I just hit arm fist. I forgot to add the gauntlet.
Just straight up, just
So you roughly took like 5 points of damage.
it's gonna be a nice hearty bruise I'll have for a good
Yeah.
good week or two. Oh, I can't wait to explain this to everyone. Well, how did I get these bruises? Oh, a former paladin punched me in the face. Oh, wait. But yeah, my guy will go and he'll say, come by later to the Gearman HQ. I'll get some necessary paperwork ready and we'll officially induct you into the Gearman ranks.
She
Take as much time as you need.
she bows before turning to and men, good work. This is what you have to deal with when deal with demons and devils.
And I'll look and I'll say, what what will you do with the rest of these corrupted paladins?
Half of them
No
are
longer under your
half of
oath?
them are half dead. So
Eh,
like,
saving them for later, Sergeant? As I'm just saying in a joking manner.
just because I'm no longer a paladin doesn't mean I don't go back to my strict punk self. Like, you like up. I want to leave it to you to serve the justice you seek fit. She sees some. She sees one of the paladins. One of the former paladins try to stab her in the back, and she performs her crisscross death maneuver, and pretty much drops on the spot. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess this one is not going to be able to stand trial.
And I'll just look at the rest of them who are probably still like barely going in and out of consciousness. I'll say, well, if any of you like to try your dumb luck, please do. Because you get 2 painful deaths. You get to choose 2 ways of being killed painfully, not 1.
The other three former paladins raise their hands and surrender.
Just my guy's not even gonna say anything. He'll look at Sergeant and be like, "Ah, shucks, they're surrendering." Some say to him like in a joking manner.
They're the smart ones.
Well, at least we gotta put them. We're gonna bind them at least. Put their hands behind their back. I'll call over the gearman,
Alright,
and they're not gonna be too subtle with.
just for six and giggles, while you biting two of them behind their back, the strong one makes a charge towards Veb.
Oh, oh, he's not smart, is
Really?
he? Veb, what does Veb do?
He gets annoyed going, really? Really?
as
You're really gonna try this?
as he raises his hammer to try to attack you.
Veb then raises his freaking war axe.
And misses.
Oh, the dude misses. Seriously. So I imagine just what's going on in Veb's mind. The dude just fucking missed you with a hammer. What does Veb say in that?
like for the prince.
And misses.
I have a hammer and you couldn't hit with that? Good lord, you're miserable.
He said like, "Demon Prince, get me out of here quickly!" And you see arcane circles forming under him, but not before.
32 hit.
But not before the attack hits.
He was just about to say it. He turns away from Veb, and then just an axe comes down on him.
Roll for damage.
You didn't even snap it to a Slim Jim.
Nope, I didn't even slap it. Yeah. I didn't even snap into a Slim Jim. This is just Veb being Veb.
He's more annoyed than anything else.
Anyway, roll for damage. Yeah, that's enough to actually kill him before the arcane circle finishes and snatches his body straight to hell.
Decapitation.
As the other two.
So classic coup de grace before he gets resurrected to hell, huh?
No, we can't let him skip his sentence, can we?
Yep, and the other two paladins who surrendered, they're being binded by the Gearman, though not very gently. No.
Yeah.
Butt to the face, get on the fucking
And
ground,
I
on your
assume he's
back, stop
binding their mouths
resisting.
and don't do the similar spells to get out of it.
If they try
I
the
gotta get
similar
going now,
spell.
folks. I'll see y'all later. Sorry
Sure.
to have to leave so early.
No,
No
I'm actually
problem.
gonna be cutting out myself. I'm a little tired.
Take
This
care.
proves the end of the session. This proves the end of the session anyway.
I've
Just
been wandering, so see you guys later.
Yep.
And if they try that, then my guy's just gonna stand in between both of them, get out his assassin gauntlets, and just cut their throats. He's had enough. He's like, all right, shut up, shink.
Those that were smart saw what happened when an idiot tried to flee, or at least tried to attack a captor.
They get cut in the head with an axe.
So two remaining surrendering paladins is locked up, and I think this is where we're end our official session.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I just like the image of this dude charging fucking Kiri with this warhammer, and Kiri's like, seriously, you're really gonna try this? And then the dude misses, and you just look at him like,
Seriously.
dude, really? Yeah, you have like a unenthused like look on your face, like, seriously. It's like when you deal with a drunkard at a bar. This is like your 30th drunkard you've dealt with, but it's all the same. It's like, really, you're really gonna try to fight the bartender.
Yep.
Food truck
yes.
simulator.
Yes, we have to try to do this. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to.
So I guess that's the next session. That's the next session. Creating the food truck simulator.
Oh, absolutely. How else can we effectively expand the empire? Because after all, you served in the Marines or the Navy?
I don't know what you guys are called. The Navy's for the what's it? The Navy's for.
I was asking you.
Huh?
I was asking you, like, you served like in the Navy or the Marines?
Oh, me, Navy.
Yep, Navy. All right. Without a doubt, you've heard the phrase, like, an army marches on its stomach, right?
Oh, yeah.
With us getting the food trucks up and running, we can then drastically expand. Not our reach, not just the reach of, like, the military aspect, but capitalism.
I want to say this: if you get the food trucks up and running, see what's going to make roles for Starlight Republic. Because
It's not only that. It's not only that, Curie, but Ty, where were you? If you don't mind me asking, were you like stationed on destroyer, aircraft carrier? Where were you stationed at? Were you on a ship or were you on a naval base?
base.
on base.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're in the Navy, so you probably hear about the submariners having like the best meals the Navy could offer them.
And that did not tempt me to sign up.
Well, yeah, true. But yeah, you hear like yeah, Navy food's good. You guys have your own kitchen and stuff. But the submariners, they had to have their own meal plan that's even heads above what you guys get.
I heard of that. Yeah.
How the hell else are
I-
you going to get people to willingly submerge themselves underwater?
Like
Be underwater
what-
for at least 6 months at a time,
like for 6
not
months
see the
at a
sun.
time. 6 months at a time, looking at old dudes.
In the sun with no sun, you have no concept of time. The only concept of time you have is if you have a watch or you go to get your food and you see if there's condiments on there, like steak sauce, and it's probably dinner time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will find the video. There was actually a video done on a submarine cruise and the food they get, and like they make their own bread. They have they do have like fresh foods for like a couple of weeks, but then they're mostly on canned. And something found that was interesting was the way they get rid of trash. Like, say if they have leftover food scraps and no one wants to eat, they don't store it. They put it in a steel mesh can that they roll themselves. They then crush it so that way it's like in a compactor. And then they shoot it out into the ocean where it has holes where it'll then go down to the water at the very bottom. The only thing they don't throw away are plastics. That's the only one they don't throw away. But any food scraps that no one eats, they have to get rid of. They just put in like the steel mesh can with holes in it, shoot it out into the water, and it'll sink to the bottom.
I
It's
just had a
interesting.
really dumb thought.
What?
What's up?
A radar guy spots an approaching sub. The sub prepares to surface. The sub surfaces, and the first thing you see is a pair of golden arches. And on the side of the submarine, it reads "Mobile McDonald's."
Don't
And that surprised me.
don't tempt them. They already made ice cream trucks.
And out the hatch pops the captain. Not Captain Ronald. After all, he didn't run the whole hierarchy. No, it's Captain McCheese.
Oh right, I remember him.
Mayor McCheese?
Mayor McCheese.
He's a sub captain?
Yeah, boy. Let me stop the recording real quick.